Good day, everyone. I'm Marshall the Scent Addict. This is my beautiful wife, Amy.
Hello.
Today, I'm going to give you my wife's perspective on the House of Moudon. We're going to go through each and every fragrance I own. She's going to let us know if it's something she can wear. She's going to let us know if it's something that I should wear, or if it's something she doesn't like very much. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Moudon has 20 fragrances. I think I own 14 of them, maybe 15 full bottles. They just released 9 new fragrances, so we're gonna be going through those as well as some of my favorites from the original 11. We're gonna start with Temptation. This was one of the original 11 fragrances, and this just so happens to be my favorite fragrance from the line. You've smelled this before, Amy. Let me know what you think.
It smells like you.
It smells like me, which is a good thing, I promise you.
I love it.
You love it?
Yes, I definitely think it's more masculine than feminine.
Okay.
But I think that you should continue to wear it.
That answers all the questions I had. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. All right, so there you go. She believes this leans masculine. This is Moudon Temptation. Next up is Moudon Eclipse, and at one time this was my second favorite fragrance from Moudon. I'm not sure if it still is or not, but I do love it. And it's one of their fresher fragrances with a recognizable DNA.
This smells like you too.
It does, in a good way.
Ah, I love it.
Is this something that you could wear?
I do. I feel like it's something I could wear as well. It's sweet.
It's sweet, big grapefruit note. This kind of has that Suspiro vibrato DNA, but it's unbelievable just how good this fragrance is. So it is something that you can wear, and it's something that I can wear. Go ahead and give me a 1 out of 10 on this. How much do you love this for you? How much do you love this for me?
I love it for you more, about a 9.5 for you.
Okay.
Probably a 7 for me.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's Moudon Eclipse. All right, next up we have Moudon Radiant. And this is actually the first time I'll be spraying this bottle. I have gone through a few samples of this, but my full bottle just came in. This is another fresh one from Moudon. This is a beautiful summertime fragrance. What do you think?
I like it for you, not for me.
Okay, you think this leans masculine, or it's just not your type of fragrance?
It's not my type of fragrance, but I also feel like it leans masculine.
Okay.
It smells great.
You like it? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is an Iris Oris fragrance with citruses on top. Again, it's very light. It's very fresh. It's very clean. And to my nose, it's pretty much perfectly unisex, but she thinks it leans masculine. I can appreciate that. Yeah. I trust your nose. Some Moudon fragrances are comparable to other popular fragrances, while there are others that are completely unique, original, beautiful fragrances. This one is one of the more unique ones. I really can't compare this to anything. On Fragrantica, people compare this against Parfums Marly Sedley, which I think is crazy. I don't think this smells anything like this. There's one other that this gets compared to on Fragrantica, and that's Louis Vuitton Meteor. And I do think it's definitely closer to Meteor than Sedley.
Yeah.
It's clean, it's fresh, it's a cool fragrance. Moudon Radiant. Next up we have Moudon Charmant. Again, this is one of the original 11 Moudon fragrances. This one isn't quite as fresh. I don't know if you'll like it, but I love it. You do like it? There you go. This is a leather fragrance. This is a fruity leather fragrance. It's not for everyone. This has some niche characteristics that some people could find challenging.
It kind of reminds me of New York 55.
Really? Interesting.
In a weird way.
A 4160 Tuesdays fragrance, and it's probably the raspberry. I believe they both have a solid raspberry note in it. That's exactly what it is, actually.
Yeah, I like it. I could wear this.
This does have some similarities to Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. Definitely in that wheelhouse. It's a beautiful fragrance. So 1 out of 10 on you. How likely are you to wear this?
Good 7.
7? 1 out of 10 on me, for guys.
A 9.
9 out of 10. It's a solid fragrance. Moudon Charmant. All right, here's the last one I own from the original 11 Moudon fragrances, and this one's called Elegant. This was actually my first Moudon fragrance.
Oh man, that's just lovely.
Very fruity. I've said this before, but what Moudon's able to do with fruits and citruses, how they're able to make them sparkle, how they're able to make them jump off your skin and last forever is remarkable. It's something that I haven't seen with any other fragrance house. And you like loud, fruity fragrances. How do you like this?
I love it. I would definitely wear this.
Do you think it leans more feminine or more masculine?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50, right? I've said the same thing. I do think this will be too feminine for some guys, and it might be too masculine for some girls. I doubt it, but it's a beautiful, fruity fragrance with a white floral dry down. Apple, lemon, neroli, it's gorgeous. And again, very fresh. Can you see yourself wearing this in summertime?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Springtime?
Yes.
What about fall and winter?
Well, I don't follow those rules, so.
She doesn't. And good for you. Fragrances don't own her. There you go. That's Moudon Elegant. Next up, we'll be going through the new 6 fragrances in the Moudon Noir collection. These fragrances are quite a bit heavier, and they're certainly a little bit more challenging, at least most of them are. This one is called Glorious, and I find this fragrance very glorious. I love this one, but this is one with some very challenging characteristics. Let's see if she likes it. Be honest.
I don't know.
You're not sure? It's challenging the way you think, doesn't it? You think that I shouldn't like this, but dadgummit, there's something to it. Yeah. That's the definition of a good niche fragrance.
Yeah, the more I smell it, the more I like it. But at first, I was like, I don't think so.
And as it dries down, it just becomes more and more appealing. You kind of fall in love with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a leather woody fragrance. There's a touch of fruitiness. There's a touch of sweetness, but it's a really heavy woody leather fragrance with also some smoky characteristics.
I don't see me wearing it, but I would definitely want to sniff it on you.
So imagine me wearing this. Am I wearing a suit, black tie? Am I wearing a black leather jacket and jeans? What am I wearing?
Honestly, I think you could go both ways. I think you could wear flannel and be a lumberjack.
There you go. It does have that woody characteristic, yeah. Performance on this is excellent. 1 out of 10 on me. What would you give this?
I'd say a 9. Good 9.
She's liking it, it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's a good one, but it's one that I would suggest trying before you buy. It's challenging stuff. This is Moudon Glorious. The next one here is Moudon Harmony. Once again, this is from the Noir collection, and once again, this is one of the more challenging fragrances they have put out. I see some people thinking that this is the Moudon's best fragrance, while I see others being kind of off-put by it. I'm not sure how she'll feel about it.
Is that licorice?
Licorice is not an official note, but yeah, I get a big licorice for the first 60, 90 minutes. I also get kind of a cola vibe, which there's not a cola note in this or a Tonka note. It smells kind of like root beer, Dr. Pepper mix to me.
Yeah, I can see that. But with licorice.
But definitely with licorice. There are citruses and sparkling citruses on top, which are buried deep underneath those spices that is giving us that licorice vibe. And they're also done a little bit differently. This is a very unique fragrance that I can't really compare to anything. Harmony is different. Would you ever wear this fragrance?
I'm not that cool. Not that cool.
She's not that cool, okay.
Yeah.
Would you ever want me to wear this fragrance?
I think I would, just to see how it morphs and changes.
It does change. After 60 to 90 minutes, that licorice cola vibe dies off. A light patchouli, amber, vanilla kind of punch on through. It stays fairly sweet. There is a nice sweetness to this fragrance.
I agree.
This is a good date night fragrance. There's some type of weird sex appeal to this fragrance, but it's not something that everyone will be able to stomach. That's Moudon Harmony. Next up from the Noir collection, we have Extasie. And once again, this is a very different fragrance. This is not near as heavy as the last 2 or 3 we've smelled. This is much more of a kind of clean skin scent. She doesn't have any of those clean skin scents like Another 13 or Not Another Perfume, Bond Number 9's Governor's Island. This is a different type of fragrance. In fact, I'm gonna put a couple more sprays on there because it's just so hard to smell. What do you think?
It is hard to smell.
This is the definition of an amber musk fragrance. It's not something you really smell while you wear it, but others can pick up on it as you walk by. It leaves a nice sillage. Musky, a little bit animalic, a little bit smoky underneath that I think is also a little bit sexy. I can understand the name Extasie for this fragrance. There's something sensual about it.
I definitely think that you have to be close.
The official notes say apple, citrus, pear. This is not a big fruity fragrance, not at all. This is all about the amber and musk. It's very unusual. If you're into those kind of clean skin scents, this is one you should check out. Moudon Extasie. Next up, also from the Noir collection, this is called Elysian. This one too has those niche characteristics that I'm not sure everyone will enjoy. It's a woody aromatic scent that kind of reminds me of something else. We'll talk about that in a second. You like that?
I do.
Do you like that for you or do you like that for me or both?
I like that for you.
Okay, so you don't think you would wear Elysian?
I think it's a little too masculine.
Okay.
And it smells like dill pickles.
Aha, she found it. So this fragrance opens up with a strong violet leaf, but underneath that you have some really heavy wood notes. And some of those woody notes really remind me of Santal 33 from Le Labo. Good for you. It's not a clone, it's not even terribly close, but it does have that characteristic that some people say smells like pickles.
I like it though.
You do like it, so
Yeah.
you could see me wearing this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. That's Moudon's Elysian. 2 more from the Noir collection. This is Seductive. Let's see how seductive this stuff is. Oh, that's seductive.
I could wear this.
Yeah, you could. This is one of those that's feminine leaning in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think I'd like it on you as well.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay, so she thinks it's unisex.
I think it leans more feminine, but I could enjoy it on you as well.
It's an ambery floral fragrance. It's not as heavy as some of these we've discussed. In fact, I think you could probably wear this year round. There's a freshness to it. Iris, jasmine, some citrusy notes on top. It's very nice. All right, so it does lean feminine. How likely are you to wear this?
8.5.
8.5, cool. And those are Amy's thoughts on Moudon Seductive. Next up, we have Enigma. This is the last one from the Noir collection. We have 3 more to go after this. Enigma, to me, is another feminine-leaning fragrance from the House of Moudon. Big tuberose note.
It's different, but there's something about it that I can't stop smelling it.
It smells really good. It does. She's a big fan of rose. I haven't really found her to be that attracted to tuberose fragrances. Tuberose is usually a very strong note.
I like it.
Ooh, she likes it.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 10, how likely are you to wear this?
8.
8. Those are Amy's thoughts on Enigma. All right, we're down to the final 3. All 3 of these Moudon fragrances come in the black bottle. And I really like all 3 of these a lot. This one is called Charisma. This happens to be our youngest son's favorite Moudon fragrance in general.
And as always, he is right.
He has such a good nose. He really
does.
does. This is a cardamom sweet fig fragrance, kind of a woody base.
I could definitely wear this. I don't think I'd wear it a lot. I think I'd wear it more in the winter or fall. But I want you to wear it a lot.
With my nose, it's a big fall winter scent, but there's also a freshness to it with a very clean iris note, as well as other white florals in the heart of this fragrance that will make it tempting to wear just about any time. So do you think that this leans feminine or masculine at all?
I think it leans more masculine.
Okay. I agree. I think it's pretty close to being perfectly unisex, but if I was to err on one side, it'd be masculine.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 10, how badly would you like to wear this fragrance?
I think I'd just like to try it. Give it a 9.
How badly would you like to smell this fragrance on
10.
me? Okay. Do you find it hard to believe that these fragrances go for $60 each right now?
Oh my gosh.
Straight to parfum concentration, lots of fragrance oil. They last a long time on skin. This one is Charisma. Next up, we have Moudon Embrace, and this was our second one to smell. She's worn this one before.
Oh, I love it so much. But I do feel like this is perfectly unisex. I don't feel like it's feminine.
It starts off perfectly unisex. Remember this? Okay, so when we first got these fragrances in, Amy, myself, and our youngest son, Ellis, all put this on, and we all 3 were going nuts. Openings, grapefruit, pear, coconut. The coconut's kind of tampered down a little bit. This is not a strong coconut fragrance, but it's definitely there. It's definitely recognizable. And we were all wearing it, loving it. I mean, we were holding hands, skipping. We had just hit the jackpot. Oops. All right. We had just hit the jackpot. We were really excited, much like I am right now. And then after about an hour or so, Ellis and I started realizing just how feminine this thing is kind of starting to turn. The notes in the heart and the base are jasmine, praline, vanilla. It's got a lot of these sweet, semi-feminine notes without anything too masculine to kind of keep it centered at that, unisex level. It's very nice. It smells very good. And I agree. It opens unisex. Like, you can fall in love with this fragrance, I think.
Yeah. I agree. It smells so good. So good.
You get the coconut, you get those fresh notes that make it wearable in summer, but you also have some of those heavier, sweeter notes that I think would keep it interesting in the colder weather, fall and winter. 1 out of 10, how well do you like this fragrance for you?
10.
1 out of 10, how well do you like this fragrance for me?
At this moment, 10.
Okay. This is a good one. This is Moudon Embrace. And last for today, we have Moudon Wisdom, and this just so happens to be my favorite out of the new 9 Moudon fragrances. Let's see if she feels the same way.
Oh, it smells so good.
It's intoxicating. It's delicious is what it is.
It is delicious.
Kind of a black currant bergamot creamsicle with this zestiness kind of shell on it. The zestiness doesn't last too terribly long, but that creamsicle vibe does. That lasts about an hour, hour and a half, till it drives down to a kind of a deeper, spicy wood fragrance that's very nice. This is mass appealing. I think, well, you tell me, how unisex do you think this fragrance is?
I think it's perfectly unisex.
So you can wear this just as easy as I can.
Yes.
1 out of 10, what do you give it for yourself?
10.
1 out of 10, what do you give it for
10.
me? I agree. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance.
Yeah.
And this is a fragrance that you can wear year round. The day that we got this, I wore it to a photo shoot. I got a compliment. It was in May. It was warm. There is vanilla in this. That's where that creaminess comes from. And there's some kind of heavier wood, sandalwood. There are kind of heavier notes, but I still think it's perfectly wearable in the heat, as well as in the coldest month of January. Performance is outstanding. It projects arm's length, if not a little bit longer. Lasts 9-10 hours on skin. Nothing disappointing about this fragrance. And again, $60 is unreal.
Unreal.
What's your favorite out of the new 9?
Wisdom and Charisma.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't done it yet, please like the video, please subscribe, ring the bell, do everything you need to do so that you don't miss any future related fragrance content here on my channel. I'm Marshall the Scent Addict. Come back and see me tomorrow.
Look at the cat just watching us.
You crazy kids on your YouTube.